The effect of the lightsaber was basically a rotating pole that had movie screen material applied to it so that it would reflect its light source back at many times the intensity. Problem was that when you moved it out of a certain area, it went from glowing and looking great to just a rotating pole.
We rotated with reflective tape so that it would flash and it would create light on the actors and all that. That never really worked. As soon as they hit each other, they broke the lightsabers. So then we just used the sticks with the reflective material on it. As we moved on, we got more proficient at actually doing sword fighting. We then used swords that didn't have the reflective material, but we toned down the fact that we had to shoot the light through the lens and a lot of other things to try to make it so we could be more facile in the way we shot these fights. Every laser sword really is part real and part animated. And we need the real pole to tell us where the sword blade is. And sometimes we'll use a short blade because they're fighting so close that they would hit the set and things like that. And sometimes we use no blade because the blade would turn on in the shot, or what they were doing was so complicated that we couldn't do it with swords themselves. And then we would add the sword in later. But that takes a lot of very careful tracking to figure out where the sword blade would be.
And even later on, in the second and third one, when they decided that it was more trouble than it was worth to try and get on-set shots, that they just do it all in post, we still had part of a shaft just so that there would be something to come up against.
That really had a lot to do with the advances in special effects technology than it did in anything else. As we got more and more able to do rotoscoping on these swords, and we were using more advanced technology, it was easier for us to follow the swords and copy them and create laser swords.